Anyways, here's New Super Mario Bros. Wii. That's right. Of course, being definitely a classic among the Wii library, especially in multiplayer. Playing this game with 4 players and is an experience like no other. You'll hate each other by the end of it. I do not have the disc with me. My sister and I used to play this game all the time. In fact, she has the disc as of the time I'm speaking. So, yeah. Yeah, we'll play this game often with friends. And I think our inspiration for getting this game is that we played it at a friend's house. And we were like, whoa, this game's a lot of fun. Let's get it ourselves. So we did. But yeah, we love this game. I didn't play it too much by myself. It would usually be one of those games where I would always play it with friends. Not really by myself. Because, I don't know. I guess I didn't really have time to bother and have other games to play. One of those games not being Paws and Claws Pet Vet. This is my sister's game, so yeah. I don't really know what else to say. It's you love animals and they love you. Who said I loved animals? That's the thing. This is kind of for a non-gaming audience, kind of for a more, I guess, niche audience of those who want to be a veterinarian. They could experience it now with Paws and Claws Pet Vet for the Wii. It's a surprising. I mean, it's not a high quality game, but it's definitely better than most Wii shovelware titles. Definitely a kind of higher quality. I mean, it's playable in widescreen, and it's not the worst thing out there. I don't know if I could recommend it. I guess if you're curious. But I don't know if it'd be worth your time. Anyways, here's Rock Band 2 for the Wii. A really solid Wii port. Unlike the first Rock Band, where they pretty much just took the PlayStation 2 version, of Rock Band, which wasn't that good. It pretty much cut most of the cool features that made Rock Band cool. Rock Band 2 on Wii was made from the ground up for the Wii, and it's a really solid port. It pretty much has all that you want, and pretty much everything that the Xbox 360 and PlayStation 3 versions had, including character customization, actual in-game graphics for the background visuals, and even online multiplayer and DLC, which is pretty cool. You can tell by the little icon on the top left. But yeah, I do really enjoy this game. It's a lot of fun. Of course, Rock Band is always fun with friends, but even by yourself, this one is a lot of fun, which is something that the first Rock Band did not do a good job on. That's being fun both by yourself and with friends. Has a solid set list, 84 songs, including stuff like, I mean, come on, this game has freaking Interpol. This game has Red Hot Chili Peppers, Talking Heads, freaking Beck, Avenged Sevenfold. I mean, come on, how could you resist this game? The freaking Go-Go's. I mean, come on. It's awesome. Rock Band 2 is awesome. I would recommend it. It's a really fun game. But is it as fun as Rock Band 3? Rock Band 3 on Wii is another very solid port. It pretty much has everything that the 360 and PS3 versions have. Aside from a couple things. And, of course, the graphics not being that good, especially in this one. Rock Band 2, I actually think, has really good graphics for Wii. They managed to replicate the graphics from the 360 PS3 version pretty well. Of course, everything has lower polygon counts and simpler lighting. But I think it runs smoother on the Wii than the other versions, but I think it's funny. Rock Band 3, on the Wii, it looks freaking ugly, but the gameplay is what matters, and holy crap is it good. Of course, it pretty much takes the music game genre and just expands it in every way they possibly can. Like, they added keyboard, that's the big thing, and the pro modes, which is awesome. I mean, come on. And the Wii version is pretty cool because this one one of the coolest things they added in terms of online functionality is song exporting. You could export the songs from Rock Band 2 into Rock Band 3 on Wii. Of course, it's not offered anymore, but I was able to get it when they still offered it. So, yeah, most of the Rock Band 2 songs I have in Rock Band 3, so that's pretty cool. Yeah, Rock Band 3, of course, it's Rock Band. It's a lot of fun. Especially this one. And, once again, a really, really good soundtrack. I mean, come on. This game has Phoenix. It has everything. And I was able to buy DLC on it before the Wii Shop channel shut down. So, pretty great. Of course, it's not as worth it anymore as it was back then. But hey, the other versions, the other console versions still have DLC. At least, I know the Xbox 360 version still has DLC. I don't know if the PlayStation 3 version does. Anyways, here's Space Chimps for Wii. This is a real game, people. You're not hallucinating. Space Chimps the video game is real. Unleash your inner chimp. Please don't. This game's not very good. Like, whoa! Who would have guessed? Space Chimps the video game isn't good? You're saying the developers didn't care for a video game based off of fricking Space Chimps? Because, you know, the movie was so good, they just had, freaking Brash Entertainment had to publish a video game based off of it. Again, it's because this was the 2000s. Every major movie, including this one, had to have a tie-in video game. It's not the worst thing ever, but it's not good. That's all I could say about this game. It's a pretty generic action platformer. I have not seen the movie in forever, so I have no idea if it follows the movie's events. Judging by the first few stages, though, probably not. I don't know, though. I don't know. I don't know my Space Chimps lore. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Anyways, SpongeBob's Atlantis SquarePantis. Interesting that Nickelodeon decided to make a video game based off of a SpongeBob's television special? I don't know. It's weird. Holy algae, this game exists? It's pretty interesting because it's kind of a multi-genre kind of game where each stage kind of has their own gameplay. The first stage is like a tank kind of gameplay where you blast your way through levels in an Atlantean tank. There's a bunch of rhythm mini games. There's some rail shooting sections. There's some puzzle sections. It's a weird game. I wouldn't say it's the worst thing out there. Like, you could definitely tell that it's like it didn't have a lot of time with it, like, to develop it. Especially, it was from Blitz Games, who also made SpongeBob: Creature from the Krusty Krab. You could definitely tell this game reuses a lot of assets from that game. But I guess, I mean, well, this game's not the worst thing out there, of course, but I wouldn't really call it fun. I don't know. I just kind of found it boring. But I don't know. That could just be me. Maybe other people will have a blast with it, for all I know. But yeah, for those looking for SpongeBob video games, you could do a lot worse. That's all I can say about that. Speaking of Creature from the Krusty Krab, here it is. Yeah, weirdly enough, this was another game that was originally a GameCube game that they ported to the Wii. This was a Wii launch title, and of course, it highlights, oh, here's things you could do with the motion controls. It makes sense for a Wii launch title, even though this game wasn't made with motion controls in mind. At least I don't think it was. Now, unfortunately for this video, I actually was not able to record footage for this game because my copy of it does not work. So I can't really get my thoughts on it from what I've played because I haven't really played this game recently. In fact, it's probably been like 15 years since I've played this. So I don't really have that much of a connection to it because I didn't play too much of it. But from what I've seen from gameplay on the internet, the game seems fine enough. Of course, like Atlantis SquarePantis, there's a lot of different like genres within this one game. Like there's a I think there's a bunch of levels where you go around and destroy a city as plankton. It's where the game's kind of loosely based off of a specific episode, with the season 1 episode Sleepy Time, where SpongeBob enters characters' dreams, especially with the plankton sections, because in the episode, Plankton's whole dream is that he's a giant plankton that destroys Bikini Bottom. That's kind of reflected in this game. Yeah, Plan 8, Bizarre and Unusual Worlds. Like, there's a racing section with SpongeBob. There's another section where, like, you go around as Patrick, as, like, a superhero or something. It's an interesting game, to say the least. I'm sure it's not that bad, honestly. Super Mario Galaxy, I mean, unlike SpongeBob Creature from the Krusty Krab, there's no doubt that this one is good. I'm saying that there might be a little bit doubt that the previous game is good. But, of course, Mario Galaxy, people praise this game, calling it the greatest Mario game of all time. Would I go that far? It's up there. I do love this game. Now, I haven't 100%ed the game, but from what I've played, holy crap, this game is good. Like, I don't know if it can compete with I don't know if the rest of the collection can compete with this game. Super Mario Galaxy 2. This might compete with it. I haven't played too much of this one because I want to first complete the first Super Mario Galaxy. It's weird that the logo's up here. You think it would be centered? Is it for the first game? It is. Also, this art's kind of weird that it's like just red and blue and white. What? Is it fully colored? Sorry about that, folks. My camera died. But, so yeah, I recharged it, and I'm back. What was I talking about before? I think I was talking about Mario Galaxy 2, and saying something about comparing it between it and Galaxy 1. The game is essentially just more... It's a GameStop case, I know. Bought this from GameStop. I do distinctly remember in, I believe, 2012... buying this from GameStop alongside some other games. I forget how much it was. I think it was a lot because it was still a relatively new game. But yeah, Mario Galaxy 2 is essentially just more Mario Galaxy. Because I guess the developers had so many ideas for stuff that they made an entire sequel, which, hey, I ain't complaining. Mario Galaxy 1 was so good. Why not more of it? But that's the thing. It doesn't really feel like a whole new game. It just feels like a DLC expansion before Nintendo did DLC expansions. Like, I think if this was done nowadays, Mario Galaxy 2 probably would have been DLC. Kind of like what they did with New Super Mario Bros. U when they did New Super Luigi U as a DLC expansion. But yeah, can't wait to get around to Mario Galaxy 2. But from what I played, I do think it's probably going to be as good as the original. And that's why, I mean, I'd say they're both must-owns for any Wii collector. Anyways, here's Super Paper Mario. Fun fact, this was the first Mario game on the Wii, released in early 2007. I didn't get this game until later. You can obviously tell because it's the Nintendo Selects version. I think I got this around 2011. I never really played the game myself. I don't know why. I do know my sister played it quite a bit. But I think it has to do with the fact that I was scared that the game would, like, freeze or something. Because I remember having the game black screen and, like, oh, the disc cannot be read. But I think that has more to do with my Wii than the game itself. There's quite a few other games that did the same thing that they don't with playing on other systems, like the Wii U, which on the Wii U, because I played this game to record footage of it on my Wii U, it ran just fine, so I don't know. I guess kid me was stupid, probably. Especially since it was the same case for Lego Rockman. Could you imagine me if I did play Super Paper Mario and really got into it back then? I probably wouldn't have been much different. But You know what? This game ain't that bad, actually. I know people often flip out over this game because, oh, it's not an RPG like Paper Mario on N64 and the Thousand Year Door. It's more of a platformer. Oh no, it's a platformer with RPG elements? I don't like it. This game's not that bad, let me just say. Of course, I didn't play much of the Paper Mario RPG games like the first two. I played a little bit of the Thousand Year Door, but that's about it. And I think I enjoyed my time with it. But only recently that I first played this game, I had a good time with it. So I just can't wait to play more. But yeah, if you're curious, I'd say pick it up. It's definitely not a bad game. And of course, it's a first party game. Of course, it's going to be good. I believe this is done by Intelligent Systems, the Fire Emblem guys. So yeah, pretty cool. Anyways, Super Smash Brothers Brawl, the Wii, or would I say it's the Wii game? No, but it's up there. But yeah, I love this game, and I still do. Super Smash Brothers Brawl is friggin' awesome. And I know a lot of people say that this game sucks because it's not as good as the other Smash Brothers games. And to that I say, yeah, this alongside the N64 one are probably the weakest of the series, but I don't know. Is it worse than Super Smash Bros. Melee? Gameplay-wise, yes, because of the tripping, where your character will just randomly trip in a match. That's such a stupid inclusion. What were they thinking? But other than that, this game is pretty darn good, especially with, dear God, how much content is in the game. This game had to utilize a dual-layer disc, and I think that was the first game on the Wii to do so because of just how much content there is, and you could really feel that. I think it was actually a reprint of the game because they don't have the GameCube controller symbol on the top right, and there's no Nintendo Wi-Fi connection symbol, and the ESRB rating the ESRB symbol matches that of a modern ESRB symbols, I guess, because it's black text on a white background. Before I think 2013, it was the other way around. So yeah, not sure about that. It's weird because I actually have another copy of Smash Bros. Brawl, by the way, because of what I mentioned earlier, the whole dual layer disc thing. The game would not work on most Wiis because the Wii, for the most part, wasn't really good at reading dual layer discs. I think the PlayStation 2 had the same issue, but yeah, whenever I first got the game, it wouldn't really read properly, and it still doesn't. So I was like, screw it, I'll buy another copy of it, and so I did. And so here we are now. Of course, most people praise this game for a single player, the Subspace Emissary. It is a pretty fun time. My only gripe with it is it goes on for too long. Especially with the stage, oh god, the Great Maze, where you pretty much have to play through the whole game again. It's awful. But, of course, multiplayer. It's Smash Brothers. Of course it's fun. And I'd even say, I still revisit the game for multiplayer. I know Super Smash Bros. Ultimate now exists, but just for old times, this game is really fun to go back to with friends. Because even when Smash Bros. For Wii U came out, me and friends would still continue to play this one. We love this one. It's a lot of fun. But yeah, I'd say Wii collect for anyone that owns a Wii. This is another must-own game. Especially if you have friends. But even then, the single player for Smash Bros. Brawl is wild. Anyways, here's the Beatles Rock Band. This is an interesting one to say the least. But not in a bad way. No, this game how do I say it? This game is it's fab. There we go. I said it. And that I'd argue this is one of the better Rock Band games and one of the better rhythm games of this era in general. Mainly because of how respectful it is to the band that it's based off of. Because holy crap, this is a good Beatles video game. Mainly because of how well it, retraces their history across the 1960s. And unlike the band-specific Guitar Hero games, it's just Beatles songs. There's no other artists for whatever reason. Like, I think the Metallica one had stuff from Thin Lizzy. That was, I don't know. Or freaking Guitar Hero Van Halen having Wolfgang Van Halen, Eddie Van Halen's son, pick out the other songs. Jesus. But yeah, I definitely preferred the harmonics, or like the Rock Band, band-specific games. There was also a Green Day one, but this one, holy crap! It could be my bias towards Beatles music, but I don't know. You could definitely tell harmonics. If you play it, you could definitely tell harmonics put a lot of effort into it, especially the fact that unlike the normal Rock Band games, each song has their own special animations for all the characters of them performing, and holy crap, is it cool. But yeah, if you're a Beatles fan or a Rock Band fan, this game is a must-have. Unfortunately, the DLC isn't available anymore, but the game includes 46 songs. 46. The game says it is 45, but I believe Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band and With a Little Help from My Friends are combined into one for whatever reason. But yeah, Beatles Rock Band, excellent game. The Legend of Zelda: Twilight Princess. I believe one of the Wii launch titles, and was also on the GameCube. I think this was originally a GameCube game until they got delayed to go alongside the Wii's release. Also, I believe this is the only mainline Zelda game to have a T rating. But I got this game from a friend recently, or it was actually a family member. So only recently did I start playing it. From what I've played, I really enjoy it. I mean, it could be because I was kind of eased into the Zelda franchise finally with Breath of the Wild. So revisiting the older ones, I could definitely see the similarities. But I guess that's just me. But yeah, this is a really good one. There's a good reason that they remade it on the Wii U without motion controls, but whatever. I don't mind it that much. The motion controls, yeah, they're a little weird, and especially with how tacked on they feel in this, because this game originally wasn't made with motion controls in mind, unlike something like Skyward Sword, which with button controls that game just feels awkward. It's weird. But yeah, I would recommend Twilight Princess to any Wii collectors or any just gamers in general or Zelda fans. But I don't know. I mean, considering it's available on 3 different consoles, the Wii, Wii U, and GameCube, whichever console you have, I'd say whatever version you could find and be able to play. All 3 versions are just fine, of course. The HD remake is pretty cool on Wii U, but anyways, here's The Price is Right for the Wii. I believe this came out, 2007? But, I definitely think it's my mother that, that influenced getting this game. Well, that's weird. This is a one-color disc. Interesting. After playing it, because I needed footage of the game, I don't know. I think there are 3 other... Is it 3 other versions of Price is Right, or 2? I don't remember. There are a couple other versions of Price is Right on the Wii, with this being the first. This one definitely feeling, I guess, the cheapest because it's primarily a sprite-based game, like a 2D based game with pre-rendered 3D models. I don't know, it just feels cheap. And I mean, I guess if you're a fan of the show, it's fine, especially because a lot of the games are here. But unfortunately, no, there's no Bob Barker or Drew Carey. But I think the voiceover for the show is in here, so that's pretty cool. But I don't really know what to say for this one. I think it's hard to recommend because for any casual Wii collector, I wouldn't recommend this one too strongly. But if you're a game show fan or a Price is Right fan, maybe. Although I'm sure I haven't played the other versions of Price is Right on the Wii. I'm sure those are better because they came out later, but I don't know. I guess you'll have to do your own research on that. But anyways, here's the Simpsons Game. This is another one that was lended to me from a family member, and from what I've played, I haven't played too much of it because again, I started playing it super recently. I really enjoy it. I mean, being a Simpsons fan kind of has to do with my my influence, my enjoyment of it, and kind of be a little biased. But I guess that just really tells you how good of a game it is for Simpsons fans. And especially, especially since it's also, of course, has a lot of like video game parodies. It's pretty much like it's kind of a video game themed Simpsons story, of course. Save the Simpsons from video game purgatory. Because I believe there's a bunch of video game parodies. I mean, there's a Grand Theft Auto parody. There's a one of the levels has like some like Mario and Sonic parody characters. I think their names are Sario and Subsonic. It's pretty funny. I think even on the box it says, this game contains parodies of third-party trademarks, games, characters, and other material. This is the only game I've ever seen that blurb on the back of the box. It might be on other games. I have no idea. I'll have to see for myself. But I'd say this game's like an action puzzle platformer, which is fine. But it's really well written. It has cutscenes that are pretty much new animation for the show. Like they look identical to the series animation, at least at this time, as of 2007 when it came out. But it's a really fun time, especially if you're a Simpsons fan, because all the characters are here, voiced by their original actors, and it's also good for video game fans because of all the video game references across the game. Ooh, Walmart exclusive. Never Quest poster inside. Dang it, it's not in here. Oh well. Tiger Woods. Oh, dang it. Anyways, Tiger Woods PGA Tour 10. Of course, gotta have the Tiger Woods games, because these games, there were a lot of them, especially in the 2000s. In fact, I think this was one of the last ones they released that were like specifically Tiger Woods themed, because I think they came up with some new golf, like PGA games recently with PGA 2K, I think. But Tiger Woods games are pretty good, I'd say. I have actually played the other ones. I think I played 2005 on the original Xbox. These games were always fun. I mean, nothing like a good old golf game, am I right? Especially a Tiger Woods themed one. Like, holy crap. Feel the drama. You can feel the drama of Tiger Woods' love life. I'm kidding. But apparently disc golf and Wii Motion Plus compatibility, that's interesting for a third-party game, especially one released in 2009, I think, when the Wii Motion Plus was first a thing. So that's kind of cool. But yeah, I think that one kind of speaks for its own in terms of recommendation. If you're a golf fan, you're probably going to enjoy it. I don't know. But for everyone else, I'd say... Would I say it's a good replacement for Wii Sports Golf? That's debatable. Anyways, here's Toy Story 3 for the Wii. Not the biggest fan of the Wii version of the game. It's fine. Like Disney Infinity, it's quite watered down with its Toy Box mode, but not nearly as much. The story mode is pretty much the same as in the other versions, in Xbox 360 and PlayStation 3. I really like this, that the disc is like a Pixar ball. I always love that. Not a bad game, though. I really enjoy it. Would I say it's as good as the Toy Story 2 video game? I don't know, but it's a different game entirely from different developers and everything. But yeah, definitely recommend it for Toy Story fans, and I guess for casual gamers because of its, I guess, like more laid-back difficulty. But the Wii version's not that bad. Of course, it doesn't have as much content, but I'd still say it's a fun time. Definitely enjoyed it a lot as a kid, because I think I got it around when it came out and played it all the frickin' time. At least until Disney Infinity came out.